Sorry, thank you. We're going to call the July 20th meeting, general meeting for the city of Shamokin to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Special prayer for our ex-fire chief, ex-mayor, Billy Milbrand, who passed away this past week. Yep, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Arnold. Absent. Councilman Gaddis.
Here.
Councilman Kaler. Absent. Councilman Shuck.
Here.
Mayor McLaughlin.
Here.
Okay, we have 3 present, 2 absent. We can proceed. We have a quorum. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. During this sad time, we're going to have just a tad of fun. You can't hear me? How's that? You okay? The person I'm going to speak about, he and I had many, many years ago some fun at a council meeting like this, and there's a photograph of it right here in front of me that sits in my office downstairs. You all know we're talking about Billy today. And you all can agree there'll never be another one like him. Why do I do what I'm doing with this? Is when City Council first hired me, there was financial troubles and the city hardly had any money. And Billy and I would go over the bills, and he would say which ones he thinks should have been paid, which ones maybe shouldn't have been paid. And I would argue with him that I was hired as a city administrator to make those decisions, and I would appreciate that he kept his comments to himself. So at the next meeting, from that meeting to the next meeting, Billy said we should have a PA system here so that the people out in the audience can hear what we're talking about up here. And I argued a little bit in a fun way that we couldn't afford it. We couldn't afford it. I learned as time went on, it was okay when he would want something, but it wasn't okay if he didn't agree. And he would just nag at me about this, that, and the other. So I went out and I bought this. And I came to the next meeting with it. And I said, here's your PA system. Have fun. And newspaper took a picture, and this picture sits in my office. And I can't tell you how many times, and this was years ago, This was my first couple of years, and I've been here, over 12 years now. And, he would always kid with me when he came in my office, "Are you ever gonna take that picture down?" I said, "That picture's up until I leave." But unfortunately, Billy left before me. And, we'll never forget it. Never. There's never gonna be another one. We did have somebody similar to Billy, but not totally. You all remember Larry Strasser, who ran our swimming pool for such a long time? Well, I have the Larry, right, buddy? And I have the Billy. What a team. What a team. On behalf of council, I thank you as the administrator for coming here this evening. And we're going to have, if the Milbrand family would come up here into the circle here, the mayor is going to read a proclamation.
Thank you. Okay, honoring the life and legacy of William Billy Milbrand. Whereas the city of Shamokin mourns the unexpected passing of William Billy Milbrand, a remarkable man whose life was defined by unwavering service, leadership, generosity, and an enduring commitment to the people of our community. And whereas Billy Milbrand faithfully served the citizens of Shamokin as mayor and councilman, providing thoughtful leadership and working tirelessly to improve the quality of life for all who called our city home. And whereas he continued his lifelong commitment to public safety as fire chief and firefighter, protecting the lives and property of our residents while mentoring generations of firefighters and exemplifying courage, dedication, and selfless service. And whereas a respected local businessman, Billy contributed to the economic vitality of Shamokin, demonstrating integrity, hard work, and an unwavering belief in the strength and future of our community. And whereas, through his leadership as director of the Shamokin Hour Band, he preserved one of Shamokin's most treasured traditions, inspiring musicians of all ages and enriching countless community celebrations through the gift of music. And whereas, beyond his many titles and accomplishments, Billy Milbrand was a devoted friend, mentor, and neighbor whose kindness, humility, wisdom, and willingness to help others left an immeasurable impact on all who had the privilege of knowing him. And whereas Billy's lifetime of service embodied the very best of Shamokin, a spirit of generosity, resilience, civic pride, and dedication that will continue to inspire generations to come. Now, therefore, I, Michael J. McLaughlin, Mayor of the City of Shamokin, Pennsylvania, on behalf of the Shamokin City Council, all city offices and departments, and the grateful citizens of our city, do hereby honor and commemorate the life and legacy of William Billy Milbrand, an extraordinary public servant, fire chief, former mayor, councilman, businessman, musician, mentor, and friend. The city of Shamokin extends its deepest sympathies and heartfelt condolences to Billy's family, friends, and fellow firefighters, members of the Shamokin Hour Band, business associates, and to every person whose life was enriched by his compassion, leadership, and unwavering dedication. May we forever remember Billy Milbrand not only for his offices he held, but for the countless lives he touched and may have saved through his service, generosity, and love for his hometown. His legacy will live on in the traditions he strengthened and community he helped build, and the example he set for all who follow. Though he may have departed us from our sight, his spirit will remain forever a part of the city of Shamokin.
Mayor, you want to just stay there, you can do that.
Sure.
Ryan?
Excuse me. The oaths of office are
Yep.
for, are you doing the oaths or
Yeah.
presentation? The oaths are at the end.
Yeah.
Well, you have the presentation of the police department. Yes, the condemnation.
That's right. A lot of writers are looking into that. Sorry, yes. Thank you.
Mr. Slavy, Mayor Council, thank you. I appreciate it. For the residents of the city, you always hear me vouch about the men and women we have in our department. And with me, they're the best of the best. There's just no getting around it. They prove themselves day in and day out, and I couldn't ask for anything better. Time to time, we have officers that excel in all aspects. But what I always try to do since I was appointed to chief, it's a thankless job. And regardless if people think my men and women, I'm gonna do it. They never look for it. 9 out of 10 times, they don't even know it's coming. And I try to tell all these young guys, I know more than they think I know. So with that being said, I want to call up Officer Sandry to the front, please. This is Officer Nicholas Sandry. Nick started our department in May, correct?
Yes, sir.
He's currently just about done with his field training that he has had. I had the pleasure on the 4th of July getting a phone call from the Mifflinburg Police Department's Chief of Police, which for those who don't know, is Tracy Feder. He's a good man. He called me and he asked me if I knew Nick Sandry. So instantly I thought, here we go. I said, I do. And they said, is he in fact an officer? I said, for right now until you tell me something different. So he went on to explain to me what happened. Nick was taking part in Mifflinburg. He entered the Independence Day race. It's a 5K race. It attracts about 100 participants. This year's event drew more than about 300 runners. At approximately 8:20 a.m., Central Susquehanna Regional 911 dispatched EMS to report of a 14-year-old male runner who collapsed during the race. While responding, the police chief was advised that the bystanders had moved the juvenile into a nearby residence to escape extreme heat, and that they were starting to initiate patient care. Officer Sandry was one of those three. In the chief's letter to me, it has, I felt it was important to bring Officer Sandry's actions to your attention. Without hesitation, he stepped forward to assist a complete stranger, utilizing his training and experience to help stabilize the young man experiencing a medical emergency. These actions reflect on the highest standards of our profession. Before I was able to identify who actually helped, Officer Sandry and his friend got back into the race. At the end of the race, I was able to locate and identify those who helped at the end of the finish line. Officer Sandry serves an outstanding example of character, professionalism, and selfless service that define the law enforcement profession. His actions bring great credit not only to himself, but to the Shamokin Police Department. And he has on here to please extend his sincere appreciation, Officer Sandry. So, in our department, we have an awards program. They're just not handed out by candy. We have life-saving awards, we have heroism awards, we have valor awards, we have a Purple Heart award. And this isn't short of our meritorious conduct citation. It's almost worded identical It's awarded to an officer of our police department, whether on duty or off duty, regardless of where he's at. If he does anything that shows the professionalism within him or brings limelight to the department or himself unselfishly. With that being said, City of Shamokin Notorious Conduct Citation. This certificate is a commendation presented to Nicholas P. Sandry. This award is presented to Patrolman Nicholas P. Sandry in recognition of his actions that helped the 14-year-old who collapsed during an event on July 4th, 2026. Officer Sandry was off duty at the time of participating in a race when another runner suffered a medical emergency. Officer Sandry immediately stopped to render aid to the teenager who in fact survived. That is signed by myself, the mayor, and also the city administrator. So with that, Nick, I'm going to present you with your meritorious conduct citation and also your ribbon. Congratulations.
Quick question is, did you win the race?
I did not. That's okay. I'll go back next year.
Thank you.
Do we have any bids? Do we have any correspondence?
I gave you what funds that you get.
Yes. So we do have one piece of correspondence, which is just a letter of interest from Anthony Getchy that he is interested in the opening on the city zoning board. Okay. Do we have any citizens' comments contingent upon business listed on today's agenda? Okay. Need a motion to accept the minutes of the City of Shamokin Council meeting of June 15th, 2026, regular council meeting, and the June 25, 2026 special council meeting.
So moved. Second.
So we have a motion by Dakota and Mike, a second. Anything on the question?
Councilman Evans,
Yes.
Councilman Taylor, Councilman Shuck,
Yes.
and Mayor McLaughlin.
Yes.
The motion carries.
We need a motion to approve the bills from the June 2026 bill list.
So moved.
And seconded.
So we have a motion. Anything on the question?
Not this time, no. I understand the question.
Who made the second?
It was Mike made the motion, Dakota second. No questions, so roll call.
Councilman Evans,
Yes.
Councilman Shuck,
Yes.
Mayor McLaughlin.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Directors' reports, accounts and finance.
All right. I have the treasurer's report here with updated formatting. I appreciate it, and in alphabetical distance. All right, so we have the accounts and values for the city are currently at the American Legion at $428.83. ARPA vandalism, $10,000, $21.74. CDBG project, $1,230. Code department, credit cards is $23,804.35. County ARPA Light Fund, $52,230.81. Downtown manager is at $8,860.44. Downtown manager donations, $1,860.69. Escrow pay and protest, $1,350.14. Facade grant fund at a whopping $11.16. Fire escrow, $129,067.82. General front fund, $744,978.80. HUD grant American Legion, $5.71. Independent Street Makeover, $0.00. Keystone Communities Program grant, $4,142.37. Library, $176,071.62. Liquid fuels, $359,477.25. LSA fire truck fund, $19.31. Neighborhood mitigation fund, $66,620.02. Police department credit cards, PayGov is $2,990.16. Police department credit cards, Square is at $278.71. Police shop with hot Christmas fund, $7,660.04. Full department credit card, Square, $1. RDA Homes grant, $260,650.21. No, that's recreation. Oh, sorry, I read the wrong one, thank you. RDA Homes grant, yeah, slightly different, at $31.99. Recreation account, sinking fund number 2, $260,000, $650.21. We have rehab loan payments, $1,657.31. Street lighting fund, $29,532.77. Tax account, is that typically part of the, this is a different, sorry, so we used to do just some of the accounts. Do we do the tax? Okay, all right, I just wasn't on the previous one. So tax account is $259,435.38, and zoning grant fund, $14,933.46, for a total of $2,157,352.09. Should I read that again?
No.
I didn't hear the debt service account on that. Did I miss that?
Sorry, what?
The debt service account.
The debt service account, oh, I see.
Fund number 1.
Yes, that's the next section. So debt service sinking fund number 1 is at $1,836,893.79. And, yeah, so grand total after that is $994,245.88. Yeah, so in the past, the format was like the main accounts and some of the ones that are like $5 and $11 and stuff. I'm fine with either one. I just know it's a little long to read to everybody. Does everybody have a preference, or is there a better way to do something? Thoughts? Because I mean, I'm happy to read it all. But...
Yeah, I mean, it's all single funds.
Okay, yeah, I'd rather
Someone
It's a little lengthy, but I'd rather be just open about it, so yeah.
One question. The county ARPA blight funds. I was expecting that to be sped down further. Is that because,
If I'm correct, the fencing, the plywood, and all that stuff didn't come out of that fund, it came out of the January fund. Which should have came out of that fund.
I believe that was paid with a credit card, and then it should have been paid for with a check from the blight funds.
So is that a situation where it comes out of the general fund, but then it's reimbursed via the, okay, so let's just make sure that happens.
yeah, please, because we only have, I think, 2 more weeks.
And this is going off QuickBooks, correct? That check for Keystone Core, they have the cash.
They have to check, they weren't sure what address it went to. If it went to the PO box, she's going there tomorrow to see if it's in there.
Yeah, so the reason that the balance seems a little off is because a lot of that stuff hasn't.
Okay, that's fine, I just found it out. And Val answered the same from the debt service, so you got it.
Some of these are manufactured, like you need to get rid of it, like Independent Street Maple. Do you need that?
We can discuss we always meet we're meeting now monthly, but if you want to show me the list that you have on Friday, we can look to see which ones of those we can
We can
get
clean
rid of.
out a couple, I mean, the balance is
Like the
zero.
fire
There's no reason to
truck.
have it.
Yeah, but the streetscape account, I think you still need.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we still need that one, because we're getting grants for that, so. There's a couple of like the LSA fire truck is like $15 or $14, like there's a couple things we could probably clean up.
$5.71.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on a related note, we also were recently talking with an accountant, and there was a suggestion that we could consolidate some of these, because over the years, they've just kind of grown in number. So that's a possible future thing.
As long as there's not a current grant tied to it.
Yes, for,
Because of
yeah, I know.
audit purposes.
Yes, and it's tied to a grant that specifically mandates it.
Yep.
We'll have to double check with you, what
Yes.
can and can't be consolidated. Yeah.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Cool.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, absolutely.
Anything else?
No, I think that covers it.
Parks and public buildings.
Well, I'm happy to say, first time this year, the pool is open. It was open today. They were very busy there today. It was constant all day, and boy, you've seen a big difference. You go by the playgrounds, nobody's there. You go by the pool, everybody's there. So it was very nice. I have to commend our street department for all the work that they've done. The people, the ones at the pool for trying to get everything together. They still did the free lunch program. They had arts and crafts just so the kids weren't out on the street. They just had something in the pavilion area there for the kids to do something. Everybody, the community came together. Nobody was moaning or groaning or complaining too much of it. And it was rough. It was really rough. Kevin Richardson, he was pulling his hair out. I mean, and sleeping about this pool every night, it just kept him up. I also want to thank Knoebels, Mr. Cashner. He let us use some of his employees over there when we were at our wit's end to come in. It was a 15-foot long burst right in the center of the pool. And it was an original pipe that was laid back in 1970, 71. So it lasted 55 years, and that's what happened. And it's now done, it's ready to go. That being said, this coming Saturday, they're going to be doing Christmas in July. So at the pool, again, Santa Claus will be making an appearance there. So come on out. I think it's a $1. We're not doing, it's $1 admission. We don't do the free admission. It's $1 to come on in and participate. We're going to have fun and games there. Christmas in July on Saturday. Also, I just spoke to Mr. Weller and Amy and Mary, and very first week of August will be the free swim lessons. So that will be available, free swim lessons, and that'll start the first week in August. If you have any information or you'd like to reserve, please call the pool for more information. They can guide you for that. That being said, this is a very busy week. It will be Thursday. Legit Kids will be having a family event movie night. Starts at 7 p.m. at Illumination Station. It starts at 7, but the movie's going to start at sunset, and that's around 8:30, and it's featuring David, an animated movie. Their suggestion, bring a chair or a blanket and come on out, and it's free of charge. So enjoy the Legit Kids program. They do a phenomenal summer camp within the kids around this area. So that'll be really nice to go and see. Music in the Park is at Claude Keeler Park this Saturday also. So if you're looking for something to do there. And I think that is all I have now.
Thank you. One thing, Mike, that I'd like to just add on the swimming pool, aside from our street department, the sewer authority also
Yes.
certainly came to our rescue a couple times with some people and equipment that
Oh,
the
I
city did.
completely forgot. Mr. Rosenberg, really been shooting.
Yeah, I think it was a
Very good guy.
team effort.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Public safety. So Barry's not here, so I guess I can read over his report, at least the part I have now. So under code enforcement, we had the rental revenue, 1,950, parking permits, 690, other permits, 5,287, code violations, $275, net income from the magistrate's office, $2,289.96. It was a total for the month, $10,491.96. Under code enforcement activity, we had 438 incidents, 54 warnings issued, 57 notice of violations sent, 15 rental inspections completed, 5 buildings posted unfit, 7 stop work orders issued, 37 tickets issued, 79 citations issued, and 7 fire calls. And that's all I've got from Barry on his report. Bruce, do you have anything you'd like to add into that? No? You don't? Pardon?
That is my report.
No, I didn't mean if there was anything else that wasn't on your fire side. Okay. I just don't want it to be missed. Controller.
Okay, so I, as always, issued you all budget and loss to actual reports. If you have any questions, I'm always available for those. I will need a quick executive session just about insurance contracts. Shouldn't only take like 2 minutes. Please do. So basically what I want to cover today was as everybody knows, budget talks are coming up. This year, we're going to do things a little differently. I wanted to give all of the department heads warning ahead of time that we're looking to freeze spending on any line item that we can realistically freeze spending. What we won't do is impede the ability of any of these departments to do their job. But I do think the idea that, and this is kind of baked into government, that every year spending just goes up on its own, it's kind of just like a zombie. I think we can change that. And we can be more responsible with our money without hurting anybody. So when budget talks start, please have that mindset that we're looking to control spending. Also, we have an issue here with our recreational vehicle and trailer ordinances. We have multiple ordinances that seem to be in effect. So I'm going through 3 of them, it seems to be. So I'm going to let the judge address that really quickly and kind of direct counsel on how we can fix that.
Yeah, so the problem is the oldest one has what's called a repealer clause. And it says that in previous ordinances that contradict this ordinance are hereby repealed. The two newer ones don't have a repealer clause. So you actually have two ordinances on the record that are valid. And it may, I was just giving this before the meeting, and it may contradict one another. So instead of, paying me to figure out what you want in an ordinance, the easiest way to fix this is to pass another ordinance repealing the previous two, saying this is now an ordinance. But somebody, whoever's department this falls under, is going to have to sit down, go through and say, we like this, we don't like that, we like this, we don't like that. And they give it to me, I can write it up as an ordinance. There's probably not enough time to get all the advertising and stuff done for the next meeting, but we've got it for the meeting after that. Okay, so it's an issue that if a code violation is written, which ordinances are written under, if I were an attorney going in front of a judge, I'd have to appeal that. The fact that you got two of them, client walk out and not appeal it.
Would that be under Councilman Keeler or Councilman, Street Department or Public Safety?
It would be under code, technically code,
So that would be
Councilman Kaler.
Councilman, yeah.
I think that we can work with Councilman Kaler and the chief because it was.
Yeah, and I'm happy to answer any questions, but, really, you guys know what you want, what you don't want, so just tell me.
Yeah,
If
we can put
it's,
a
if
draft,
it's illegal, I'll let you know.
we can put a draft together and then run it past you. Thank you.
And just to piggyback off what the judge said, I kind of skimmed through them, and I did notice the fines that are levied on one ordinance are different than the fines levied on another. I believe the most recent ordinance has higher limits on what we, I think one was 1 to 300 and one was 1 to 1,000. So there's a conflict just in that aspect.
Unlike your earlier comment, fines and costs can go up every year.
That's all I had outside of the executive session.
We'll get on that this month. Treasurer report.
All you have is a copy of the county report, which the taxes are taken down on the 10th of each month. So this report reflects that report that was taken down on 10th. Enclosed, the amount of the check that was forthcoming was $259,396.83. And that's covering the period from June 1st to June 30th. The local tax, the amount collected are reflected in the extreme right side of the column for those who have them. The local occupation was $3,275. The city occupation was $101. The city per cap was $565. The local general was $64,508. The local debt, which is $173,251. The library, which was $1,382. The Parks and the Rec were $11,058. Shade tree, $184. The street light, $5,068. Total per cap was $3,941. Total real estate tax collected was $255,455.17 for a grand total of $259,396.83. It used to be redundant about the local occupation. The following documentation is available for anybody who wants to see the report afterwards, as opposed to later with additional numbers. All council and appropriate individuals have reports.
My only critique there is some of the numbers that you just read are different than what's on this paper I have. So I'm not sure, they're not by, I mean, it might be $1 one way or the other.
I'm not.
Okay, you were rounding.
I'm not.
Okay, that's fine. I just noticed there were differences.
Okay. If you recall last meeting, I did read the sense that you have.
You're good. Thank you.
Can I ask a question? I have people that were coming up to me, Rich, and asking me about, they'd like to know if they can get like their taxes in, but for the working man. Can you have like a day where you have the tax office open until like 6? Like something like during the day from when people get home from work?
We were contemplating possible issue on Saturday but right now, with the shortage of manpower, it's,
I got you.
it's difficult at this point in time. That was something I was looking into initially when I came on board, to open on a Saturday for a few hours. We have, acquired some individuals' applications for needed other resources that Mr. Slavin and I are going through, this coming week, and, we hope to expedite the hiring of an individual, help deal with the shortcoming, which has been. First, we had an individual for roughly 3 months. She had 2 other jobs which created issues for her. And the other one that we had was, she was ideal, however, medical issues precluded her from continuing. As such, we ended up in the minor right now, especially that happened at the very first week of the school tax.
Right. And that's where that's why I was asking, because a lot of people are like, they want to get their taxes paid, but they're like, well, it's closed and I can't get there, so thank you.
Good. Chief, please.
Before we go on,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I apologize. Our, we plan on paying our train loan. That's probably something we should talk to the public about.
We can't.
So I did, get in contact with the bank. They did inform me that in order to draw from our line of credit, it either has to be the mayor, the city administrator, or the administrative accountant who draws from the lease debt line of credit that we have with M&T Bank. They are issuing a payoff for the tram loan that will be effective Thursday. Once we have that amount, then we know what we can withdraw. As far as the line of credit, they will backdate, so if it takes us a few days to get our stuff in order, they'll backdate our payment to that day. So, I'll get with you or you later this week, and we'll start that process.
One way or the other, we'll get it done.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief of Police.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. For the month of June, we had 5 juvenile arrests, 22 criminal arrests, 25 non-traffic citations, 52 traffic citations, 4 traffic warnings, 420 parking tickets, 23 parking citations, 266 sweeper tickets, 22 code tickets. Total calls for the month were 1,607 with 4,330 miles patrolled. I provided council and mayor with a copy of that. Also, I provided mayor and council with a copy of a proposal in reference to establishing a police unmanned aircraft system. Basically, it's a drone. I gave you the information to read over. Myself, Officer Roden has additional information on piloting and whatnot. I didn't bore you with that. That's all logistic-wise we have here. But like I said, I just wanted to pass it on. I'm not looking for any action right now because I need you guys to review everything that I gave you. Officer Roden did a great job with his research. He has in there explaining pros and cons of everything. And we're hoping with this program that we can do the exact same thing and mirror off our K-9 program, where we can apply for grants, fundraising to support this unit. So I gave you guys all that. Second thing is, I just have a job title update that I'm going to present to the judge for his review. If he's okay with it, I'll get it out to everybody just to take a look at it to see if they can act on it at the next meeting, if that is okay. Thank you, Chief. Real quick, I want to remind everybody, Tuesday, August 4th is National Night Out. That's being held at the Clark Kittle Park. The Crime Watch Committee is the steering chair behind that. They're doing fantastic so far. The only thing we need is to get the people. And again, that's Tuesday, August 4th.
And the time again on that?
5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Friday.
5 to 8, yes. I'm sorry, 5 to 8 p.m. I believe it or not. That's it.
That's it. Chief, did you want to give a short synopsis of the drone? Just a short version of that. Yeah, I know.
That's what I was just talking about.
I just saw you, I thought you was okay. Well, then,
Just real quick, I have it outlined. Ethan has been researching this for probably about a year, looking into doing this. Believe it or not, our department does utilize the drone, and we have multiple times. The problem is delayed response with snow and fall. Montour County has a certified drone team out of their emergency management agency, as well as, don't quote me, I believe, in Snyder County, I can't remember the name who it is. Of course, that takes time to get them here and get them out to our area. We've had multiple instances where we probably could have put a drone up and used it, and due to the time, we didn't request it. The second part of it is, it's gonna be good for us because not only is it gonna assist us with mapping areas of problems we have, but if we, for instance, would have a tactical situation of a barricade, we can use that drone, exterior and interior with parameters that gives our officers some more safety. Second part will be available to the fire. A lot of times during an active fire and afterwards, depending on how bad the building's damaged, a drone would be fantastic. I can't explain the credits behind or we have missing persons. For those of you who never searched for missing person in Shamokin, we have a lot of streets. And if we're looking for someone with a red shirt and red shorts, I will guarantee you that 1,000 people are wearing the same clothing at that time. So the drone will benefit us across the board, and like everything we try to do, we're including everybody. Another big part of this is we will have this available in our area. Mount Carmel, well, people who we work with closely every day, it's going to be there for their benefit as well, just like our team. And again, I wanted to give him credit while he was here. He has done a lot of research on, and again, these drones can range from $2,000 to $50,000. He did it the right way. He looked at one that would be suitable for our area with the needs we have. And, you know, to me, I think he did well with that. Also, in reference to he is going to have to get his pilot license. He has already agreed and gave a commitment to attend training. And again, with contract, what that comes down to is either he's working the day he goes or he's not, and we'll figure it out down the road. But like I said, he has done a lot of work on it, and I think it would be a great asset, not only us, but the whole area.
thank you. Just so everybody has an idea of what direction we're going. And it's good to hear that none of our surrounding communities have it, so it would be advantageous for one of us to have it. Thank you, Chief.
Yep.
So Chief, I just want to comment on that. I love modernization, using, new tools, better tools and everything. And I just want to point out that part of that, because I know that this is a pretty hot button issue right now, as far as privacy goes, is we'll have to just make sure that there's the correct implementation of security of that video stream, et cetera, to make sure people can't
Yeah.
get the video.
And the
there's
thing
been a lot
about
of
it
issues
is,
with these lately.
with the system we're looking at,
Yeah,
it is a straight line system.
okay,
Nobody's gonna have access to that.
okay.
That will also fall under our records, rulings, and regulations. And in some cases, will also fall under our evidence. And again, with that, it's no different than if I have to knock on a door or I need a search warrant in someone's property. There's different regulations in reference to the drone, when it can be used and how, but we still have to follow the letter of the law completely to protect those people's rights.
I think what I'm saying is expect my support, but a lot of scrutiny on the privacy front.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. That's the last thing we want to do. We want to use it to benefit people, that's fine.
You were talking about price. What is the ballpark that you're looking at?
I'm not-
The price.
I'm not sure what the pilot licensing and whatnot, the cost is, one of the drones that he provided, just look real quick, I apologize. $7,849. And with that cost of the drone, that would include with his research that we need. And what I mean by that is infrared, night vision. We can actually communicate over this. If we would have a barricaded situation, we can put a drone up where we can actually put that into and talk if we have a barricade or hostage situation that we can use. So a lot of it is mostly directed to officer safety. But again, that's probably the lowest, second lowest one we found for what we need. Because this isn't gonna be like something you buy at Walmart.
Now, this will be primarily for the police department, but will also the EMS, correct? That's what you're saying?
No, EMS won't have any record to it, they're not permitted.
No, okay.
Yeah, this is.
You had on your, chemical leaks and stuff like that.
Well, oh, yeah, for EMA,
Yeah, or EMS.
EMA, absolutely. We have a chemical leak, we have a large scale fuel spill, we have flooding again in Curtis City.
Right.
I mean, this could be used for a lot. Damage assessments, God forbid if we have something major occur in the city. So it has a lot of.
I'm just trying to think if there's anywhere to get funding, that it's not all police, it's.
Trust me, I'm just writing down.
We, there is one, I'll talk to you about.
Okay.
We are looking at all avenues for grants. Honestly, Ethan has really been coming to me on a daily basis saying, hey, I can get this grant for this, and you have to understand, I'm looking at grants where there's nothing matched. And that's my whole thing, I want the free grants. However, we're currently looking at another avenue that will provide funding for a newly formed unmanned aviation. And we are currently working on that right now.
So more than one person.
Nope, this is, they call them unmanned, but this is newly formed. Our department don't have one. We're starting from the bottom, going to the top, and there is funding available for those who are initiating plans. And I also have some feelers out with some of our terrorism task force and stuff like that. I'm looking at.
Chief, as far as the pilot's license, I would suggest that he look into a Pell Grant, because the license would be his license, correct?
Yes, it would be his personal license, because that's the way they have the license.
Yeah, but there is a chance that he could use a Pell Grant to pay for school for that pilot's license.
So, and honestly, everybody in the department is actually pitching in. We're finding different bits and pieces that we're getting to them. So I want to give Ethan the credit, because like I said, he's been working on this for about a year, but everybody understands the benefits and everybody's pitching in to help what he can. So I'm proud of him.
Thanks, Chief. Cedarcom.
I have lots of updates. Just to clarify really quickly, Chief, and actually Judge, this is more for you. The drone couldn't be legally, the drone cannot be used for code enforcement for like routes, correct? Or can it be used for codes?
Any reason why not?
Because that just opened up another pot of potential funding.
I don't want to be quoted on it, but some of the stuff I looked into,
Yeah,
it falls under the same way if you're walking up the street and someone takes a picture of you.
gotcha.
You're not being intrusive and you're not entering someone's domain
Yeah,
where they're entitled to their privacy. But if we would have to report we have a building collapse, what would we say for a drone up or somebody going up on a ladder truck to try and do? And that's the way they're looking at it.
So we can look into it.
yeah, absolutely. Okay. Now, just a few other updates. Had a very busy last month, that's for sure. Just to update you all, thank you, Councilman Shuck, about the illumination station update. Also, for our citizens that are curious, how can I potentially have an event there? Just come into City Hall, fill out a form, just like any other park project in the city. So it's not owned by anybody but the city of Shamokin, so please come in and get a form, and yes.
Actually, I'll hop in on that, because recently I've gotten questions on this front. The Illumination Shamokin Group doesn't own the projector, doesn't own the pocket park. It's just putting on programming. you can also sign up and put on your own program, and you don't have to go through that group.
Yep, absolutely. So thank you so much. The other thing is, hallelujah, the pool's open. So the free swimming lessons are actually provided with a grant that the city got for the third year in a row now through Step Into Swim program for $5,000.
Thank you.
So, we were so thrilled to see that the pool was opening because we were like, what do we do if it doesn't open? But we're good, all good. Also, I did share this last month. But we were successful with a $1.5 million grant for the, it's called PennDOT Transportation Alternative Set Aside for the Streetscape project. That should be kicking off within the next month or so. When I say kicking off, that means we have to advertise to get somebody to bid for the construction of it. To piggyback on that, you'll see on number 6 on your agenda tonight that I'll be applying for your next phase of funding, and that's not to exceed $1.5 million. This is through the Commonwealth Financing Authority multi-modal program. That does not require a match, but the fact that we're going to provide a match with the $1.5 million just makes it look better. There's no cost other than there will be a $100 fee when I actually apply, and that's to DCED. So you will be voting on that tonight, so please do vote for it. Not that I'm trying to sway you, but I would like to get that funds for you. Also, let's see here. For the park, the Claude Kaler Volunteer Park, we applied last year through DCNR C2P2 for $248,400 for that bridge. That was for half the bridge. Then we applied for $250,000 for the other half of the bridge, and when I got the estimate, it came in over $100,000 more than that. So I'll be applying for you in the fall with your blessing, and I'll be putting this up for action. So this is just a little bit of a sneak peek for the balance between that, so the city doesn't have to pay for any part of the bridge. Yes?
I just forgot to mention.
Yes.
I met with the Department, Pennsylvania Department Secretary of Agriculture. He did a tour within the city of Shamokin, and we were talking about Betsy Kramer and the job that she's doing about that bridge and everything over there with Mr. Russell Redding.
Yep.
And he was very impressed with everything that's being done with the projects.
Well, it's all been with your blessing, so kudos to you all too.
Yeah, our blessing and your work.
That's pretty much what it takes. But I did want to let you know that we will be also asking for more. We're going to get through these projects one scrappiness at a time. So we will be hodgepodging these together, but that's how we have to do it when we're looking for no match opportunities. Also, good news to report. So we were able to get $500,000 for the American Legion building, and that was for the smoke detectors, which is done, and fixing the crack. So talk to HPCI. That should be done by August, September. So we will have a ribbon cutting where we can take down the fence. So very excited about that project wrapping up. Finally, we did put in this past month the Degestein grant for $3,000 for the police department for their health, and I gave it a really good title. I can't remember, like Health and Well-Being Initiative or something like that. So that was applied for, and with that, I was curious, does anybody have any questions for me? All
No
right.
questions, but I will ask you to once again explain the grant process, because I've been asked probably about 200 times about the Independence Street projects.
Sure.
So if you could explain, number one, how long ago that process started, and what we can and cannot do with that money.
Sure, absolutely. So that was an appropriation that we asked for back in fiscal year 2022. Then it takes a good solid year for it to even get to be considered. I think we actually got the funds maybe 2 years ago. Like it takes forever. It takes forever to get the funds. And then CEDACOG is not actually administering that grant. That goes through PennDOT. So that was a federal appropriations funded through Congressman Muser that went through PennDOT. And so that can only be used for the streetscape project as the grant was written. So that was a specific Department of Transportation grant. It can't go towards anything else. It can't go towards other streets. If you say, oh, I really think this street should, it was as it was written. Also, there were specific things that were written in the grant. So obviously the remilling, but also the new sidewalks and crosswalks. Because truly the reason that this grant was written was for the safety issue that you have down there, because it's not a uniform street. It's all widened and all that. So the bump outs, which I know has gotten some discussion, that is to help calm traffic. So there's actually two purposes. First of all, it helps calm traffic so people aren't using it as a speedway. The second other really important purpose is when the bump outs are there, it reduces the amount of time that people are walking across the street on the road. So that was the other really big purpose. And just for the community's knowledge, we also were the very first Safe Streets for All planning grant that was done in our entire area. So we put together a Safe Streets and Roads for All plan, and if you want to see the plan, you have it on the City of Shamokin's website. That also recommended calming traffic and reducing the amount of time people are walking on across the street, and we don't have crosswalks down there either. Like, there's a lot of issues down there. The other misconception of how much it's going to cost. So right now we have about $4.4 million that we've received for that project, and we're still going to need probably a solid $4 million more. So I'm going to say we're probably about a little over halfway there, is my guesstimate.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome. Justin, you're up.
Sure.
Town manager.
July 4th went great, other than being rained out at the end. I felt bad for a lot of the vendors. Got stuck in the high winds and got soaked. I was soaked as well. I'd like to echo Mike on Thursday, the Legit Kids movie, the animated movie David from Angel Studios. I'm working on the concert for August 15th. That's coming along well. That's going to be a big city event. If anything, it's probably the biggest one in Northumberland County. It's coming out to be. The Shamokin Stories app is released on Android right now. It's 4 historic walking tours within the city. It's in Apple for review right now. I expect that to be released in a couple of days. I didn't announce it yet, but there's ShamokinStories.com. It's a living digital historic museum for the city of Shamokin that goes from 1830s to now, and it goes through the entire history of the city of Shamokin, even now with Home Rule and Act 47 and everything the city has gone through throughout the years. I'd say that's probably 90% done right now, but it's live if anyone wants to go on. I like to wait till it's complete to announce things, but I think that's everything I have right now.
Thank you.
Anybody has any questions?
When you're done with that, can we put that on the EDA website, a link,
Mhm.
so people can access that as well as a resource?
Yeah.
Good idea. Okay. Then we're to events. Anybody have an issue if we put those 3 together?
No issue.
Then I would request a motion for the Independence Fire Association Block Party, which is a ratification that already took place this past weekend. The Legit Kids Family Movie Night, which is July 23rd at Illumination Station, and the VNA Hospice Butterfly Release on August 30th at Claude Cave.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Anything on the question?
Councilman DeGanis,
Yes.
Councilman Shook,
Yes.
Mayor McLaughlin,
Yes.
motion carries.
Okay. We have a request A motion to enact ordinance 26-06, authorizing the Northumberland County Board of Elections to submit to the electors of the city of Shamokin the question of electing a government study commission at the November 3rd, 2026 general election as follows. Shall the government study commission of 7 members be elected to study the existing form of government of the municipality, to consider the advisability of the adoption of an optional form of government or a home rule charter, to recommend the adoption of an optional form of government, or to draft and recommend a home rule charter.
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
Anything on the question?
Just, when do the citizens have to get to somebody to get the application?
We'll be able to answer that probably this week, once we have this finalized. And we can put that,
We can
we
put that.
can put that on our Facebook page. Yes, we can put that on our Facebook page. So we have the motion, we have a second. No questions?
Mr. Evans,
Yes.
Mr. Shutt,
Yes.
Mayor McLaughlin,
Yes.
motion carries 3 yeas, 2 absent.
Okay, request a motion to approve the ASME collective bargaining agreement extension expiring on December 31st, 2029. That would be our street department contract.
So moved.
Second.
So we have a motion. Anything on the question? Roll call?
Councilman Evans,
Yes.
Councilman Shutt,
Yes.
Mayor McLaughlin,
Yes.
the motion carries 3 yeas, 2 absent.
Okay, we have a request a motion to approve resolution 2606, also authorizing the city of Shamokin Police Department to enter into a 287G memorandum of agreement with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So this, we already approved this. It's the resolution that gives them the ability to move forward. Do we have a motion?
We approved it, why are we?
It is a technicality, and I've seen it in every municipality ever. Didn't make rules. This is what it is.
I'm just nervous about this.
Can I comment? There are any questions I can answer for you, sir? You're nervous about it?
Hold on. I always think they're done because we're in a meeting and get to the question. But is somebody going to make a motion?
I'll make a motion if somebody wants to. I mean, I have no issue with it. Like I said, we already did technically approve it. It's just a resolution. So I'll make a motion.
Is there a second? And so the dice for that is
Okay.
just,
So,
John, just,
It's just a
so
resolution.
we're not going to proceed.
so we'll request a motion to reappoint Lester Yo as fire chief.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Anything on the question?
Councilman Evans?
Yes.
Councilman Shutt?
Yes.
Mayor McLaughlin?
Yes.
The motion carries 3 yeas, 2 absent.
We have requested a motion to ratify the hiring of Ryan Karras as part-time code officer at a rate of $15 per hour, effective July 9th, 2026.
So moved.
I'll second.
Anything on the question? Roll call.
Councilman McGinnis,
Yes.
Councilman Shook,
Yes.
Mayor Blackman,
Yes.
motion carries, 3 yeas, 2 absent.
Okay. Number 6, authorize CEDACOG's Betsy Kramer to prepare and submit a Commonwealth Financing Authority CFA Multimodal Transportation Fund MTF grant application on behalf of the city of Shamokin for the next phase of the Independence Street Streetscape project, requesting grant funding in an amount not to exceed $1.5 million. The mayor and other appropriate city officials are further authorized to execute any documents necessary to support that application.
So moved.
Second.
Anything on the question?
Mr. McGinnis,
Yes.
Mr. Shook,
Yes.
Mayor Blackman,
Yes.
motion carries, 3 yeas, 2 absent.
With the swearing in of Ryan Karras as the code officer.
No, you didn't.
Absolutely.
Hold on, guys. Just wait a second. They want to take pictures.
Are they going to take pictures? Want to come over by the flag? How's that? Left and right. Very good. Okay. I, Ryan Karras, do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and that I will discharge the duties of a code officer in the city of Shamokin, Pennsylvania, with fidelity. Thank you very much, sir. Congratulations. We have a speech. We would have the swearing in of Lester Young as the fire chief, but he's not present tonight, so we will do that at another time. Anything under unfinished business?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have to request an executive session in reference to contract. If that's okay.
Okay.
It is, but I think-
It's a contractual matter, yeah, it qualifies for executive session.
Let the solicitor time in. No, I just said we're gonna let you time in.
All time, he said, he wants 2 minutes. I was just-
Okay. Nothing else under unfinished business.
No, sir.
One thing I will mention, there was a question today on Facebook on the fact that we have disabled comments, that it is illegal. That is not true. As long as we're using for informational purposes only, our solicitor gave us that recommendation probably 2 months ago, but we haven't followed through with it until just recently. So we are not doing anything illegal. It's just a new practice that we feel as though is best for the city of Shamokin. So it will be that way from here forward unless council decides to change that.
And actually, on the topic of Facebook and the accuracy of information, many may have noted that before Fourth of July, there was a pretty confirmed rumor, according to many, that there would be no fireworks. Please note, there were fireworks. So when people say things on Facebook, doesn't mean it's true.
Thank you, just like the rest of the internet.
Yeah, default assumption, if you see it on the screen, it didn't happen.
It truly is a shame because there's so much misinformation out there these days.
Oh, yeah.
People don't know where to look.
Oh, yeah.
And on your Facebook page, provided you're not saying it's okay for you to speak, it's not okay for you to speak, nobody's gonna speak, and that's okay.
And that's what you had told us, and that's what we chose to do.
Yeah.
Okay, another note of something that we needed to announce, that we could have announced earlier, but I forgot to do that. We did have 2 executive sessions, one at the end of our workshop and another with our labor attorney in the past 30 days. So that needs to be put on record that there were 2 executive sessions.
That was for personnel.
Both were for personnel matters. Okay, boards and committees. Request a motion to appoint, and at this point, we only have 1 letter. So we need an appointment for an individual to the zoning board to fill the vacancy created by the resignation of William Allen.
Hang on, I'm a little fuzzy on that. Is there a specific individual, or is it just?
It was, Mr. Getchy was the only one that
Oh,
put in a letter of intent.
I'll make a motion for an implementation.
I'll second.
Anything on the question?
Councilmember Gannon,
Yes.
Councilman Shook,
Yes.
Mayor McLaughlin,
Yes.
motion carries, 3 days, 2 abstentions.
Okay, so now we have citizens' comments. If anybody would like to make a comment, please make sure you sign the paper over on the side and then come up to the microphone and your name and address, please.
There's no pen over there to sign in.
And please keep in mind, not in any way trying to rush it, but we do have a 3-minute limit.
Okay.
Okay?
My name's Sue Bellis. I live at 14 North 7th Street in the city. Ray talked about a drone.
Mrs. Bellis, can you please pull the microphone down so everybody can hear?
Ray talked about a drone. My nephew is a licensed pilot, and he was in Florida, and he was hired by insurance companies to go and fly over homes after the hurricane to do roof inspections for them. So drone is a very good thing to think about. And also with immigration, I didn't hear everything that was going on. Did that pass for Shamokin Police to be involved with immigration, or did it not?
So the first round passed, but this resolution did not.
Okay,
So it will have to be brought up at the next meeting.
okay. And Mr. DeGammons, I saw the prices on Facebook for the pool, but there was no price there for a family pass.
I would, actually contact the pool,
Okay,
just contact the pool, ask Mary and Amy, and I'm sure that they would probably, that might have been a typo.
okay, yeah, it was just for adult and child, but if you figured both of them together, separate prices, that's pretty steep
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
town, so,
Yeah, we did lower the seasonal pass, I think that we took half price off of that.
okay.
Of course, and so, if you talk to them, I'm sure.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you, Ray, for National Night Out, that you announced that.
I wasn't forgetting.
That's a pride and joy.
I know, I wasn't forgetting that.
Anyone else? Yes, sir.
All right, first time being here, so bear with me. Real quick. I didn't know about this drone thing, but I can help you guys help me and help you guys.
So your name, please, and your address.
Yes. Elroy Hemorrhoid?
Don't bite.
I know. Elroy Hemorrhoid. I live down on Franklin Street behind James's Pizza, the one way. There's a couple problems down there too. I'm here to address it. If I could, but not at this time, the next meeting. You'll see me more. But I live at 243 South Franklin Street. Everybody knows me on my block.
What is it, 243?
South Franklin Street. I live on the opposite side of the street from James's. I'm about 8 doors up. Okay? Everybody got that?
Yep.
I'm in the hot rods. I don't know if you guys are, some of you guys have seen before at the car shows up in Cowan. Last time I showed my cars was in 2019. I'm on the community up there with Joe, but Joe passed. And I like to do something like that for here. I like to use Kmart parking lot or the old Ames building. The lot's big enough, and I have high school kids that would help me clean up the lots. Just to get me ready. Is there, would there be a problem with that? You can tell me next meeting.
That is, technically, that is Cole Township.
Oh, it is? Okay, I'll go
You would
see
have
that.
to contact Cole Township.
Okay, good. For Chief,
Yes.
the car show up there brought in $6,000 a couple times that I know of. They handed out to kids for, the baseball kids, for teams, for shirts and
Yeah.
uniforms. But you guys could do something like that, help me get that going, and maybe an extra drone.
Unfortunately, that's in Cole Township's jurisdiction.
Yeah, so that would be all to them.
Yeah, it'd be all.
They want to help you.
No,
Okay.
It's a great idea, but yeah.
Well, it's just a thought. It's just a thought. Well, can we use Shamokin High School?
Cole Township.
Yes.
We're surrounded by all the parking lots. Yeah.
Now my hands are tied.
Thank you. Well, thank you.
Good thought.
You try.
That's right. Don't do unless you say something.
Do we have any other order of business? If not, we will adjourn the public part of the meeting and we will go into executive session. So needless to say, the public may stay or may leave. Preferably, we're gonna try to stay in here where it's air conditioned, so not that we're gonna kick you out, but could you please,
As we're on the website.
if you're not here for the executive session, could you please leave? Yeah, there will be no votes after this.
All right, thank you so much. I do appreciate you as always. Thank you.